please go to iPodPartsAndService.com for your parts and repair needs. Here we have the iPhone 3GS. This is also the same process for the iPhone 3G. Just make sure you get the 3G parts and not the 3GS parts. There are two screws located at the bottom of the iPhone. Unscrew both of them. This repair will void your warranty, and we are not responsible for any further broken iPhones. This repair is done at your own risk. The next step is to open up the screen. The tool we use is an X-Acto knife, which can be bought at stores such as Home Depot, Walmart. Very inexpensive tool. You can also use a suction cup, which we have seen is used in most although the X-Acto knife for us has tended to work better than the suction cup. Start by using the X-Acto knife to get in between the screen and the casing. Slide it along. Be careful under the home button and the lock button. Try to get under the screen as to pop it off, starting at the top. Once you've started getting the top off, start prying at the sides and it'll soon come up. There are 3 cables numbered 1, 2, and 3. We go in order while taking off the cables by popping them off. You can either use a safety pry tool, or you can also use the X-Acto knife that we have used. Just be careful not to cut the cables. The last cable is number 3, and it's held in as a ribbon cable. Just lift the white and then it should slide right out. Here are the 2 examples of screens we use. Here the pre-assembled screen it has the LCD already assembled, and all you have to do is just pop it in. The other screen here you have is the assembled one, but it doesn't have the LCD pre-assembled. It has speaker assembled, and it also has the home button assembled. We are going to be using the one without the LCD assembled. And how we get the LCD onto the other one is unscrewing the 7 screws on the old screen and sliding it off. So here we have already unscrewed the screws, and next step is just to get off the LCD. We tend to start in the top left or top right with a black strip of tape. You want to get in between the tape and the screen. Be careful not to crack the actual LCD. It should come off pretty easily, but there are a few things that are holding them on. As you can see, we're pulling that up right now. With our pre-assembled screens, those parts will be on there, so no need to worry about breaking those. Next, after you get the LCD off, is to get it on the new screen. The first step, if there is plastic on the new screen, you want to be sure to peel it off on the inside, not to affect the LCD and the touchscreen. Just go ahead and peel that right off. Be sure not to touch the inside of the screen or the LCD, because it will leave fingerprints. There is one screw that is screwed in. As you can see, we're removing it currently. That may not be there on all screens, but is located on ours. So once you remove that, the screen should slide in. Try to line up the screw holes on the side and on the top. You may have to bend up some of the pieces so that the screen will just slide in, because they're too tightly stuck together. Once you've gone the LCD on, go back and bend the parts back that you've already bent, and the next step is to screw on the screws. Once you've screwed on the screws from the once you have connected the screws and the digitizer, all you have to do is just put the parts back in order by starting in reverse this time, starting with the one you slide in, and then go to number 2, and then go to number 1, which should just snap right back into place. Make sure you line them up. And once you've done that, you should be able to snap the screen back on. It's easier to tend to start with the top. Be sure when you're placing the screen back on, make sure you do not pop the plastic inside the screen because it is hard to get out the plastic. If the screen does not seem to be going right down perfectly, use your knife and bring it back up so that you can snap it in perfectly without breaking the glass. As you can see, the iPod is turning on. The last step after you have successfully put the screen on is to go back and reattach the screws on the bottom. As you can see, the iPhone's working perfectly. That is the iPhone 3GS and 3G Take Apart Guide. And for all your iPod parts and service needs, please go to iPodpartsandservice.com.